Hey everyone, I really wanted to share something with you all, and it's about an incident which happened with me in the last class of mine, where I was busy with my students when suddenly one of the students came up to me and said something and in such a low voice that I couldn't even hear. Then I asked him, "What did you just say?" He said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you please help me improve my English speaking skills?" And honestly, his question made me stop and think because I knew he was not the only one. There are so many people who understand English, read English, even write English, but when it comes to speaking, they feel like that their brain is saying we are closed, right? So every time it is like that. You know what you want to say, you have the words, but somehow they just don't come out. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. So, hello everyone, I am Hina and I teach English and communication skills. And in today's video, I am going to share some really simple things you can do to improve your English speaking skills. And there is nothing complicated about it. No difficult grammar rules you are going to experience over here. And definitely, there won't be any learn 50 new words every day kind of advice, right? Why? Because honestly, if that worked, we would all be speaking perfect English by now, I believe. Don't you think so? So let's get into it. The first thing you need to work on is to stop translating every sentence in your head. Yes, this is the epic advice I'm going to say or I'm going to give to every viewer or every student of mine, whoever is struggling with English speaking. Please stop translating from Hindi to English or from any mother language of yours to English if you want to have a good command over it. A lot of us do this. What we do, we think in our own language, then we translate, then we try to speak, and by the time we have translated the sentence, the other person is probably wondering where we have been lost, right? So he must be saying that, are you still with me? But no, it is not the case. It should not be the case. So you start small. Instead of trying to think of complicated sentences, you better think in simple English. Simple English like what? You may ask this question to me as well. So I have the example. If you are going somewhere and you are going to use a complicated word, you better say it in simple way, like I need to go. And if you are feeling tired, simply say I'm feeling tired, or I have a class, or I'll do it later. That's enough. You do not have to sound very impressive. You just have to make English feel normal to your brain. That is the key here. You have to tell your brain that this is something which is very normal to you and you have to be habitual of it, right? Here comes the second thing, which says you listen to the English every day. I'm not saying that you need to sit down with an English textbook for 2 hours, but you'll have to expose yourself to English. And how you can do that? You simply watch any YouTube video in English or listen to a podcast. You may also watch an interview, of course, because you are going to have an interview, and that would be a crucial point. If you are watching an interview, you are learning the language and you are developing your skills as well. You may also watch a movie or a series of your favorite genre in the English, but don't only listen for the meaning. You have to pay attention to how people actually speak. How do they start a sentence? How do they connect their ideas? What expressions they are actually using when they are speaking? You have to take care of all such things. The more you hear English, the more familiar it becomes, right? And eventually your brain starts picking up these patterns without you even realizing it, and it is going to be a very good learning point of yours if you follow this suggestion of mine here. So now comes the most important part, which people generally don't like, and that is you have to speak. Yes, you heard me right. When I'm saying that you have to speak, you have to actually speak the language you want to have a command over. And please don't wait until your English is perfect. If you're thinking that, okay, I'll speak when I'm perfect with my English, you know you do not have to do it. Because If you keep waiting for that perfect day, you may be waiting for a very, very long time, right? And I don't want you to do it. I want you to make mistakes. If you are forgetting words, fine. If you will sometimes say something and immediately think that, oh God, that sounded terrible, you have to forget about it. You just need to keep talking, because if you don't become fluent by knowing more English, you become fluent by using the English you already know. And a good communication is not about using big words. It's always about making yourself understood. What is the purpose of delivering a message? It should be like that. You delivered the message in a right way, or you delivered, or the receiver received the message completely. That is the purpose of any exchange of the message. And the medium is English, then you keep it simple. Another thing what you could do is you have to talk to yourself. Yes, I know it sounds a little strange when I say it, but believe me when I say I'm not asking you to have a full conversation with yourself. You just need to describe what you are doing. Suppose if you are entering in the classroom, you simply say that I'm entering the classroom, or I have to take attendance. Maybe today I'm going to explain this topic. If you are fond of making tea or having tea, you may simply say to yourself or think that you are making tea. I need some water. Where did I keep the sugar? I think I need more sugar. So, you know that these are tiny sentences, but that is exactly what you need. Why? Because real conversations don't give you time to prepare a perfect sentence in your head. If you are in a really real situation, you have to think quickly and respond quickly, right? Because you have to respond then and there, and this exercise helps your brain to do exactly that. Fine. Along with it, let's try something. I want to challenge you with it. For the next 1 hour, try thinking in English only. Whatever you are doing, however you are doing, you simply describe it in your head. You do not have to worry about the grammar. You do not stop and translate each and every word. Just keep going. And if you don't know a word, you do not have to panic over there. Find another way to say it. And that is actually a very important speaking skills. If you start doing it, you would be able to see the difference very soon. Here is something I really want you to remember. You do not need to spend 5 hours learning English every day, but you just need to have a consistency, because consistency matters much more than any intensity. So if you are going to invest 10 minutes every day, it is better than 2 hours once in a while. So you better listen, think, speak, and repeat. And slowly, English will stop feeling like something you have to perform. In fact, you start feeling like something you simply use. And to that student who quietly asked me, sorry, I don't want to reveal the name, but this is for you. Please watch this video, follow whatever I have suggested over here, and you are definitely going to learn or conquer the language, I would say. And if you have ever had the same question but were too shy to ask, this video is for you too. All of my viewers are welcome to drop down a comment or a question or a query or any other topic you want me to work upon for the next video. Or you're also welcome to have a conversation with me through the comment box. So thank you for watching and thank you for being here.